Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I will just be doing a quick recap, reaction, analysis, whatever you want to call it, to the Iron Bowl, the 2018 Iron Bowl from this past weekend. But I did want to go ahead and say, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, share the content, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and as well as anything else I put out. Weekly NFL videos right now, college football videos of course, and then sometimes I just make videos about whatever happens in general with the sports world. But let's just go ahead and get to this game from Saturday. So the 2018 Iron Bowl ended up about how everybody expected, with Alabama absolutely demolishing the Auburn Tigers. But watching the first half, you wouldn't have thought it was going to go that way. But Alabama, they just turned it on in the second half once again. But as you can see, and as you probably already know, the final score was the Alabama Crimson Tide 52, the Auburn Tigers 21. But it was 17 to 14 at halftime. Auburn with that late second half field goal or punt block really flipped some momentum, and then they made Alabama go 3-and-out again right after that. But obviously did not put any more points on the board before halftime. But I'll just go ahead and say the full game stats for both teams here. You had Stidham, Jarrett Stidham from the Auburn Tigers. He was 13 of 30 for 127, one touchdown, one interception. Not a stat line that's going to beat Alabama. They obviously did have that trick play that scored a touchdown with Ryan Davis. He was 1 for 1, 23 yards and a touchdown. Obviously, they ran the double pass. Trick plays, they always pull one out against Alabama every year, and they always seem to work, which they did again Saturday, but it did matter when everything was said and done. As far as Alabama quarterbacks, Tua, another just as efficient as can be, 25 of 32, 324 yards, and 5 passing touchdowns with no interceptions, 95.6 QBR for the entire game. And then Jalen Hurts, he stepped in. He was 1 for 1 with that 53-yard touchdown to Jalen Waddle, and 1 touchdown. Can't get any better than that. Whitlow, he looked good at times for Auburn. 19 for 61. After Alabama scored that first touchdown, Auburn went right down the field running the football at Alabama, and it worked. Much like the Citadel, they could run the ball at Alabama, and it obviously worked for a half. And then the same thing happened for Auburn. They were running straight at Alabama, and Alabama's linebackers were absent at times. It was just, where are they? Obviously, that comes with great blocking schemes, stuff like that. But a lot of times, Alabama's backers had chances to make plays, and they were just not there a lot of times. They actually outgained the Tide, 130 yards to 123. Alabama did not have a great day running the football on Saturday, but obviously it didn't matter it doesn't matter when you have Tua playing quarterback the way he's playing and the way he played on Saturday. As you can see, Judy, he had another touchdown, 77 yards. Waddle, he had that touchdown from Hurts, 73 yards. Receiving for the game, Devontae Smith, he had a touchdown as well for Alabama. Ruggs had that amazing one-handed catch on his second touchdown catch of the game. Josh Jacobs had that nice over-the-shoulder grab and run for a 33-yard touchdown himself. Slayton had the bomb for Auburn on the play where Savion Smith overran the play, basically. You probably could have said he pushed off a little bit, but anyway, underthrown by Jarrett Stidham, he caught it and ran it in for a touchdown, a 52-yard touchdown. Miller, he caught the touchdown thrown by Ryan Davis. Ryan Davis was eventually knocked out of this game on a targeting play. That was the definition of targeting against Alabama's Maiden. He was ejected accordingly. As far as turnovers go, Alabama didn't fumble the ball once. Auburn fumbled, but it was not lost. Obviously, Alabama did not recover that fumble. And of course, there was the interception thrown by Stidham to Anfernee Jennings. He just dropped back in coverage and snagged the ball on a play that could have been completed had Stidham thrown a better football or further over the top, or just threw a quick bullet pass. But that did not happen. and it was picked off by Anfernee Jennings. The kicking game, Alabama, they didn't have any mishaps with a place kicker, but they did have mishaps in the punting game with that one block punt. But as far as my thoughts go, Alabama's linebackers were out of place at times in that first half, and Auburn exposed that. They had some nice runs, just chew up 4 or 5 yards here and there, just work your way down the field. That's really what they did on that first touchdown drive. Before that, and then Alabama shut them down for a while and let them right back in the game with a blocked punt, which eventually led to the 17-14 halftime score. But Alabama did exactly what they did against the Citadel the week prior and just came out on fire in the third quarter. They scored 21 third quarter points. Auburn obviously hit that long pass for a touchdown. Then Alabama shut out Auburn in the fourth quarter. Tua, he's playing the best football out of anybody right now, especially on Saturday. He played some of the best football out of anybody. I think it is he and Kyler Murray are head and shoulders above everybody when it comes to the Heisman race. We'll just have to see how it shakes out. But now Alabama turns their attention to the Georgia game. It is the best team that they have played this season. Georgia is hitting their stride with the running game. Swift looks like he's 100%. He's playing great, a great quarterback right now. But obviously, this is the best team that Georgia has played yet. So it's going to be a fun SEC championship game. But as far as the Iron Bowl goes, Alabama again did not have a great first half. The linebackers looked out of place. The defense just at times they just couldn't stop the run was the main thing for them. And of course they give up those big plays here and there. There was a 75-yard touchdown that was called back. Auburn did have a 75-yard touchdown run early that was brought back. Fortunately for Alabama. But overall, when all is said and done, Alabama did what everybody expected. They just absolutely dominated the Auburn Tigers, 52-21. They did cover the spread. The spread was 24. They won by 31. But Alabama they look like they're back to playing the way they were playing before. Mississippi State, they was their hardest game. That was probably the best defense they played all season, to be honest. State was a legit defense. They just didn't have the offense to go with it. But that was where Alabama, they looked out of sync. They just looked way off from where they had been. But that was really the only game because they racked up almost 600 yards on LSU as well. Saturday, they racked up another almost 600 yards as well in that football game. But they just absolutely dominated Auburn. It's time for the SEC championship rematch in the national title. Georgia gets their chance to get revenge against Tua, and Alabama just looks to keep doing what they've been doing, and that's just beating everybody. That's what they do. But winner will definitely be locked into playoffs. If Georgia beats Alabama, there will be a lot of debate going on. But it should be a great football game this coming Saturday. Look forward to seeing Tua against the Georgia defense, as well as what that defense can do with Georgia this year. But that is all I wanted to say about the Iron Bowl. Alabama dominates the Tigers 52-21 and move on undefeated for the SEC championship game. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.